Well, super busy wash day here at the Holmes Racing shop. It's warm, summer's officially here, and we are cleaning up after 3 nights, 2 cars. Running 2 cars for 3 nights is like running 6 nights in a row, and we're trying to get things turned back around to continue our busy schedule throughout the rest of 2023. Want to recap the weekend. We did get 1 win. We had 1 incredible night of 3, but before we do that, it's time to get to work and get both of these cars cleaned up. Well, the race car has made it inside and all cleaned up. Gosh, I feel like I'm finally getting a second after our long, chaotic weekend to kind of take a breath and realize what just happened over the past 100 hours. All within that time span, we set a new track record at a brand new track, crashed that night and tore up a front end, bounced back the next and won the A main event and put on a great show. And then all of a sudden I felt like we were possibly the favorite to win the Marvin Smith Memorial, and then on the final night just didn't capitalize behind the wheel and do my job to put myself in position to win the 41 lapper for $4,100. And that's dirt racing. You live and you learn, and I'm still actually pretty disappointed about the final night. You know, I really wish things would have went differently, just because I feel like it was something that was more in my control, and I just, like I said, I just wasn't as on kill as I needed to be. I didn't put myself in the right spot, and therefore I didn't win the race. But you live and you learn, and your losses only make you better. On another side of things, Carly had a pretty good weekend, rolled the car in the trailer every night, had good speed. I feel like she got better and better and got to see a couple of different conditions that she, you know, thrived on and got faster. The first night at Douglas County, she was almost the hard charger and finished 8th. So I think that was the highlight of her weekend. But as I said, more importantly, she just got better every single time she got on track and got some more experience in the 360 with the extra horsepower. So the 18T is now all cleaned up. And then over the next couple of days, I'm really going to show this car some love. It's been working extremely hard the past couple of weeks. It's got us a couple victories, which I'm proud of, but it does have a very busy month of June ahead.
So just getting started real quickly on our maintenance for the week. I personally do not like to let my car sit long after I wash. I usually try to jump in and start maintaining everything because I don't want water to sit in all the cracks and crevices of the car, which, you know, doesn't always, but sometimes can lead to rust, and it's just not as efficient of a way to take care of your equipment. So we always wash, and we usually try to jump into things within the next 24 hours. So we re-grease the torque ball. We got our bars back in the back, and those are also re-grease. And then we also make sure to, you know, torque everything so it's on there, nothing's coming off. And then we move up front, and we do the same thing. We get our bars in, we get our arms on, we get everything set, and get our setup dialed in so it's ready to go around the racetrack.
So Dad and I were watching High Limit and dropping the 410 engine in the car. And while we're watching, we're just wishing that we were in Granite City, Illinois to run a High Limit show tonight. That would have been pretty neat. Oh, slid right in.
Do you have gears?
Yeah, I got gears in and everything.
To you?
I think that's what it looks like. Hard to tell. Yep, there it goes. So in just a few short minutes, the engine is in, and Dad's working on getting all the lines hooked up. And I'm gonna work on getting the panels on this thing, and we're pretty close to, you know, kind of getting it all put back together and ready to be on track. we're finishing things up for the week. One of the final projects is getting all of our tires ready, and then we're gonna talk about what track we are gonna be competing at this Saturday. So we're just pushing down the driveway to get fired up. You can see Carly and my crew guy Skylar, they're on the mule right now. But I at least wanted to tell you guys where we were racing this weekend, because we're running a 410 and we're not heading south to California, which is pretty rare out here on the West Coast. See out here, 95% of the shows are King of the West sanctioned, so if you want to run a 410, you basically have to run with NART. But over the last season, Skagit up in Washington has been trying to build their 410 local scene and rebuild it to what it once was years ago. So we're heading up there to support them, and that's why we got this beautiful Ryder Racing engine in the car. Also worth mentioning, of course, the Dirt Cup pays $62,000 to win, and that's like just over 20 days away. So just a couple weeks away from basically the biggest 410 race on the West Coast. Dirt Cup last year was 50 grand, this year it's 62,000 to win. So I feel like we owe it to ourselves as a team to go up there, kind of test this weekend, try to get a notebook built. We of course have ran there in the past, and we already know what to expect, but still, as we're building our program again and just it being a new season, we definitely need to go up there and kind of get our feet wet, as it'll be our only real chance until, you know, all the competition is there and there's 40 to 50 cars. You guys will like this. Harley's running the forklift, bringing the spare engine out of the back of the truck.
Keep coming.
You're good.
Right there.
Yep,
Okay,
go.
hit the brake, lift up. Okay, go down.
Set it down.
Down, 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 down. Okay, back up.
Well, 18T is all locked down and ready to head north. And here's a look from the other side. Everything looks the same. We're ready to stand on the gas and get after it. As I said, we are headed north to the Skagit Speedway to compete for a weekly show, 410 competition. I love supporting the track because, like I said, they are trying to bring back 410 racing in the Northwest, which has been very, very scarce for many years now, and it's kind of, you know, at least on the direction back upward. So maybe, you know, anywhere from 12 to 15 410s this weekend, throwing a couple 360s. Hopefully we kind of have close to a full field. Does pay $4,600 to win, which is a solid payout, and they bumped up the starting purse just for this Saturday to over $900, which is very close to what the Outlaws pay to start. So overall, everyone is gonna be walking home with some change. Over this way, we got a full tire rack, got some good rubber that we're ready to burn up. Now this Saturday, I mean, the goal of course is to go up there and chase a win and try to run up front, but also gather as many notes that we can carry into this year's Dirt Cup. Dirt Cup, I think at minimum is gonna have 40 cars. It's $62,000 to win the final night. The rest of the nights also pay out. It pays extremely well throughout the whole field. There's just so many bonuses. There's also lap money. I think Tyler Courtney last year walked out with 80 grand or close to. Dominic Selzy had over $40,000. He ran second and led some laps. So Peter Murphy, Kevin Rudine, everyone that's involved at Skagit, they are not messing around. So us as a team, we're not messing around either. We're taking it very seriously. We really wish we maybe could have got up there a couple more times, but I think, you know, we have ran in the past. We know what to expect, but it's just going to be good to kind of go up there when there's just kind of the weekly cars, race, see what the racetrack's like, and then have a really good baseline going into the 4 nights of Dirt Cup, which includes the 3 of the actual the event, and then they also have a tune-up night. So technically, when it's all said and done before the race, we're going to have 2 chances to run. And I'm pretty pumped up about it. I feel like Skagit's a place that that I've had good speed. I won my first ever 360 race there, but for the most part, I've never really had the greatest luck or was able to put together a full night and just had some unfortunate things happen. So it's one of those places, like, if it all just clicked, we would have, we'd have some success. So that's kind of the goal rolling into this, and, kind of just a low stress weekend, work on our race car, work on everything as a team, and try to carry some serious momentum into our busy month of June with King of the West. And if everything goes to plan, by the end of the month, we'll be working our way towards the Midwest. See you guys all in the next one. I appreciate your love and support. Glad we got 2 wins so far on the season. We're hoping to add a third this Saturday. Deuces.